Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to do the sharing on TikTok. Hi, Romeo. Romeo, Romeo. Where fair? I can't even say it anymore. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I'm streaming on both TikTok and YouTube, and I'm just sharing out. Just give me a moment. Good morning, good morning. All right, where's Jess? Good morning. Hi, I'm just sharing out on TikTok right now, so that's why I'm sitting the way that I am. I do apologize. Just give me one more second, and I'm done. Good morning, good morning. How are you? Good morning. How's everyone doing? Sharing is caring. I was in such a excitement to get here. I didn't even wait to dry my hair or do any of that. Fresh out of the shower. And that's it. Here we are. Today's Tarot Tuesday. I also didn't pull out the cards that I'm going to use, so I'm going to be doing a bit of stretching as well. Grand Rising, love. How are you? So we're just going to get a little close. Get a little closer. Don't be shy. Hi, peace. I love peace. I'm actually a proponent of peace. I think that that's what a channel should be bringing, is unity and peace messages. That doesn't mean that they can't share truths, but the truth that the channel shares shouldn't be intervening in any way with free will. Grand Rising, love. How are you? Today's a good day. Today is Tarot Tuesday. Hi. Today is Tarot Tuesday. So we're going to do a collective reading first, and then beyond the collective reading, I will be just pulling cards for anybody who's looking for clarity. I am here. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you? I'm good. I'm good. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Dee. Hi, Dee. So yeah, I'm going to pull. I love you too. I love you too. So I'm going to pull cards for the collective to do its collective reading. Xandrian, hello, my love. And we'll check in with some different energies. I'm going to see for, I love you too. I'm going to see for the collective what the guidance is for us right now from the cosmic mother. So what does Mother Earth have to say, or what does the divine feminine have to say? So the divine feminine energy, or the message that's coming in from the divine mother, is about trusting the seasons, right? Trusting the seasons. So when we're looking at trusting the seasons, this is about embracing the changes that are inevitable, right? No tree, or I shouldn't say no tree stays bloom forever, but when you think about the plants and how they go through the cycle every year where they bloom, they're not in bloom all year round, right? A rose is not blooming 24/7. It will die off and then a new bloom will grow back. So there's always a spring and a winter season of the plant. So embracing change. Good morning, Byron. I'm so happy that you joined the collective. I am like so excited about that. I almost sent you a couple of pictures twice now. And the reason why is because when I'm on my walk, I walk on Byron Street. And the first time that I noted it, I was turning the corner and I saw the house sign that said 109 Byron Street. And I was like, I should take a picture of that and send that to Byron and be like, this made me think of you. And then the other night, I was standing at the corner, not thinking, you know, I'm on Byron Street anyway, but I looked up and I saw the signs, like the cross post of signs, and the cross post was Byron and Princess Street. No, I'm not British. I'm I have a lot of different cultures in me, including I am First Nations Mohawk, I am French, I am Scottish, Irish. Like I'm so many different things, right? So I almost took a picture of it, but I was out of space on my phone, so I couldn't take a picture of it to send it to you. See, Byron's everywhere. Nice, nice. Dee's British. She's a part of my collective too. Aw, hi. Welcome, welcome. Um, we are just a big bunch of people living all around the world and from all these different places. But I'm trying to broadcast a memory, or sorry, broadcast a message of unity and actually dropping the labels, right? We spend so much time dividing ourselves, and we keep dividing ourselves more and more and more and more, right? When we take down everything that divides us, we take down the reasons for fear and hate. And we take down a big, big piece of the puzzle in which they used to control us with, right? So I've heard of the Sonic movies. I actually used to play Sonic the Hedgehog as a child. I loved it. Right? Hello. Beautiful. So anyway, the back to the reading. So we're gonna focus back on the reading. There's this really weird light in the room and for me. It's really weird. Okay, so the message from the Cosmic Mother is all about trusting the seasons, the seasons of change, the cycles of growth, that we do go through these cycles of life and transition, and the whole point of them is for growth. And so just trust in the changing seasons is what's coming up for us. I want to check in with, and then we'll check in, what is the message from the source of creation, right? What is our message from that space of what we need to be paying attention to or need to be aware of at this time, right, for the collective? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm not here to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm going to do my reading. I love you, and I think that, you know, it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, I'm just going to stay focused on the reading for right now. And we can dialogue afterwards about a whole host of different things. Part of what I do when I'm doing the readings is channeling. And the messages are coming from my guides or from spirit, or depends. If I'm working directly one-on-one with you, I can get messages from all kinds of different places, including your deceased loved ones. So we've got the Arcturian love code, light codes, love codes, light, sure, same thing, light codes coming through. So this is all about evolutionary downloads. So for many of us, we are going to be receiving downloads. Many of us are going to be recalling our power. We're going to start to remember who we are and what gifts we have. We're going to start to see outside of the normal spectrum. We're going to start to feel outside of the normal spectrum, or hear outside of the normal spectrum. And that's all it is. When people want to talk about science versus spirituality and how science can't test certain things, well, that's maybe true that at this point in time they can't test certain things, but that doesn't mean that it's not true. It just means that they don't have the tools to detect it in a way that is, you know, related to us through the five senses. So because and science is just an art. It's just an art, and it is a constant evolving thing. And we see that because we see that the stuff that we knew about science a long time ago is not the same as the science that we know today. So it's just, science is a study. It's a school of study where you are trying to prove the things that you know by a way that is detectable, by basically your senses, right? The five senses. But they don't consider the sixth sense. And you know you have a sixth sense. You have a gut feeling. You have intuition. Sometimes you just know things. Every single one of us does, right? That's your energy. As my heart radiates energy out in this field around 9 feet around me, and then some, but as it radiates out, it is connecting with all the other energies in that field. That's your intuition. That's why you can feel before somebody says anything. Their energy is already telling you that they're lying before they even do anything with their face, right? It'll go in this order. You'll feel your energy of the person lying. Then you will detect the body language. You'll detect that they've changed something. There's been, like whether they've covered their mouth, they do something with their body, and then finally the words that they speak won't align. So we'll pick up the body cues about 3 seconds before they actually do it. But your intuition's picking up long before then. You're picking up before they even realize they're going to lie to you, like before they've spoken the words, because that's how their energy is telling you ahead of time. So yeah, we are starting to think more towards the future and what that future looks like for us. And for many of us, it's a future of peace. It's a future that really is about humanity, where it looks at each individual as a divine being, and within that concept of everybody being a divine being, including the dogs and cats and rabbits and everything else, and also the divine being that exists within all that is life. Um, Sorry, Millie, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, then that might be that maybe what I'm saying isn't something that you're resonating with at this time. Okay. As for my age is irrelevant. There's nothing that I'm doing in this moment, in this format, that is based on my age. There's nothing that anyone on that side of the screen needs to know my age for, right? And it's not because I have an issue with that. I actually don't. You don't have a reason to know it. There's zero reason. There's zero reason to know any like personal details like that about me, unless you're my friend, unless you know me, right? Well, I don't know if that's correct, right? Like, I don't know if that's correct. Because I did put down that it's not for kids, so I don't know what the age range is that they determine on YouTube as children, and maybe they determine children is at less 12 and under, 13 and under, something like that, maybe. But yeah. Anyway, we're going to go back to the reading. So let's check in and see what the there, D. All right, perfect. So we're gonna go back to this, okay? We're gonna be this, anyway. Okay, so the shaman. Let's check and see in the in the realm of the shaman, what do we need to be aware of right now? Like, what does the collective need to be watching out for? We've got eagle spirit, or the eye of the eagle. And the eye of the eagle is about rising above the fray. This is not about connecting into this isn't about connecting into the collective stuff that's going on, that division and polarity, right? This is about rising above all of that stuff, because we're meant to be the observer, right? We're not meant to to take it into ourselves. The whole concept of not my monkey, not my circus, but at the same time, when we apply our energy to something, whatever we focus on grows. So if we're looking at the division and the polarity, and we keep focusing on the division and the polarity, that stays existing. So we have to turn and look towards the peace. We have to turn and look towards what we want to create, right? And your attention is your consciousness, your awareness. They want to take that energy and capture it, because when they have your attention, they have your awareness, then what are you going to do? You're going to start buying the things that they want, or paying into the things that they want, or believing the things that they want you to believe. Sorry, throat was getting no, thank you. I forgot I needed to put you on there. Right. Yeah, like I love you. It's just, typically when people start asking about my age and stuff. It's not that they have any interest in what I'm providing, like, or what I'm doing on here. They don't care about about the reading, or they don't care about the channel messages. They don't care about any of that stuff. There's some other reason why they're here. Because most people that come here to to get the reading, they just want the clarity. They want to hear the message, and they don't really care to ask how old I am. Okay? That's why I said that. My throat is really. Hi, Snea. How are you? Good morning, my love. Alrighty, I picked up those cards for the wrong. They're not the right ones. They're not the ones that I wanted. We've got the Shaman card. Let's see what wisdom's coming in for us today. So we're going to check in with 3 different cards to check in on what the wisdom is that we need to be aware of at this time. So what does the collective need to be aware of? Okay, what is some wisdom we need to know at this time? So we've got the sun dancers as one element of the wisdom that we need to have at this time. Let's see what we're getting from the other deck for that wisdom. I love you too, sweetheart. What other wisdom do we need to hear at this time? I'm gonna give 2 from that one because they both came out together. Yeah, that's beautiful. All right, and then finally, one more bit of wisdom from the other deck that I have here. And then we'll look at all the wisdom that we're being asked to consider at this time. Okay? All righty. So, the Wind Fairy, the Sun Dancers, and the Grail Knight are the ones that we got already. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, we've got our wisdom, guys. So the one part of wisdom that we're being offered is the fact of the sun dancers, okay? And the sun dancers is reminding us to embrace joyful activity, to celebrate life, and to realize that you are abundance. You are, everything in life is abundant, right? The thing keeps growing, right? So the universe keeps expanding. Sorry, this is the vibe, right? Everything keeps growing, everything keeps expanding, the universe keeps expanding. So in that concept, there's abundance of everything. We've been conditioned to think that we're living in a world of lack, or that what you have I can't have unless I take it from you, that there's only a certain amount to go around, or that we're running out in some way. It's like the concept of the planet that we live on and them telling us that we don't have enough space, or that we're running out of space, or we're running out of food. That's all a lie fabricated to make you sit in a space of fear, because when we're in fear, we ourselves are not growing. And they've done tests with DNA to show that when you are in the state of love and the higher, or they're not positive emotions, because emotions, they sit within, and all emotions are valid. They're just meant to be in motion, and we store them. But there are definitely emotions that resonate or vibrate at a different frequency. And fear and lack and guilt and shame and blame, they're all frequencies that are on the lower spectrum that actually pull your natural resonating vibration down. And when it pulls it down, it pulls you out of the frequency of receiving the things that are in alignment with you. So one of the easiest ways for you to realize your full potential and to access your full abundance and everything that's meant for you is to align with who you are in the authentic space, and to resonate at a frequency, right? That love frequency. And a big part of that is letting go of all of the traumas that you have stored, the emotions that are stored from previous experiences. When we embrace life and celebrate it, and we embark in joyful activity, that's where our focus is. So what our focus is on is going to grow. It's like when you talk about peace, right? If we want to end war, we can't end war with more fighting. We have to end war by going to a peaceful space, right? Because that just creates this, there's still more division. Right? And so this is just reminding us to embrace those things, and that we are in fact abundant. The wind fairy, she's coming in to remind us about our thoughts and our words, and to, our brain is great for intellectual analysis of data. Our brain is great for telling the wipers to keep going. It's, great at telling the pump to keep functioning. It's great at telling your arm to bend as you bring it towards you. It's great at functioning or operating the overall system. But our brain is ego based. Our brain is about about the id, about you. When we can step in and work through the heart space, connecting to our observer self, the self that observes the person that speaks the words, that thinks the thoughts, that does the actions. I had a really cool experience with that. Have you ever had that feeling like you zoomed back into a higher perspective of yourself and you were seeing yourself doing something? I had that weird perspective today when I was running with my dog, and I just all of a sudden felt like my perspective went back here so I could see myself running with my dog from a detached point of view, and it was actually funny. Love you. Good morning, Jessica. I'll see you later, Snea, in the collective. So this is just asking us to do that, to just be aware of the thoughts and the words that we're speaking, because they're creating the framework, or they're creating the resonance of what we're sitting in. It all comes together, every bit of it. So if you're sitting in a toxic environment, you are affecting your personal vibration. If you're holding toxic thoughts or unhealthy thoughts, those thoughts again are disrupting your natural vibration. If you're feeling fear, lack, hate, all of those types of, lower vibrational emotions, then you're lowering your vibration. And everything you do that lowers your vibration, including food that you eat, lotions you put on your skin, the fabrics you interact with, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, like all of those things are disrupting your natural energy, your natural resonance. They're actually disrupting your health, because that is your health. When you are in your authentic space, resonating, connecting to the fact that you are this divine being, that's how you achieve a state of health. And sometimes that comes like winding the clock back. Typically, when people start to release their trauma, people actually call it your glow up. They're like, what happened? How did I, like, what was this? And it's just, I let go of all of those emotions that I was holding on to, those lower vibrational emotions that were actually muddying up my energetic field. That's literally what happens, and you do glow brighter, and you resonate in a better way, where things, and you're magnetic, so that's magnetizing it towards you. So what frequency do you want to be in to magnetize the things to you? I want to be in the frequency of authenticity, because I want the things that are like aligned with me to come to me. So that's how you work through that dynamic. We've also got the Grail Knight coming in as well. He's talking about romance for one, so there could be romance coming in for many of us. We might be seeing that, and maybe the romance is, we're romancing ourselves, and we're, falling in love with the essence of life, right? Good morning, Simon. Peace and love to you as well. This Grail Knight is all about, clearing the illusion that's there, and, when he's coming in, he's bringing that clarity. This is about seeking the sacred, that reverence, and, so again, that divine within each of us. If we can recognize that within each other, but also recognize that this is divine, and that is divine, and that is divine, and that, like that, it's all divine, including, all the animals as well, that the earth is a living being, and as such is divine too. So if we treat it as such, imagine how much the world would change if we loved the world as if it was a divine living being that coexists with us, that we can connect to, that we have the ability to live on, right? Like, this is it's a beautiful space. So it's something to consider. The card that came out for the other wisdom is about deep knowing, and I was telling you guys that in the beginning of the reading, right? Hello. There, we have this knowing. We're opening up to our gifts. We're becoming more aware, right? When we got the message from Source the message from Source was saying that we are going to be recalling our power and having evolutionary downloads. And these things are going to connect us with our deep knowing. We're going to start to see beyond the veil of illusion that they're always painting and stuff, right? It's just beautiful. Yeah, and Simon, Brian joined the collective. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited about it. Just let me give a couple of other cards for this particular collective reading, and then we'll move on. Okay. So we're going to check with the medicine, what medicine we need to hear. And this is something that we do in the collective on a daily basis. So I'm going to read the message from this card. There is a specific way that these cards are supposed to be ingested, I guess is a good way to say it. So what this one is these are called alchemy elementals. And they are a deck of oracle cards that was created by Shaman Durek, and they have energy or medicine is what he calls it within them. So the medicine that's within the card could be like a message, it could be an activation, it could be healing, and messages can be healing. That frequency of the voice, as it resonates through there, words can have a very healing power, when especially when spoken from the heart. So we're going to read what this card is, and you're going to do something in order to receive your medicine. So you're going to ask your body to intake it. So we're going to say this thing. So just repeat after me in your head or out loud. All of the people that are in the collective are probably already said this and are waiting for me to finally just say it myself. So soul, download the medicine from this image into my body and drop me into observation so I can feel it. You want to feel the medicine. Your brain, like I said this morning, is a beautiful tool for telling your eyes to blink and your heart to beat and for your face to flush when something makes you feel embarrassed. But the brain, we don't want to use it right now. We want to use our body, and we want to feel into it. We just want to feel what we get from the card. So the next part is, it starts off the same, but it has a different ending to it. So soul, download the medicine from this image into my body. And this time we're going to say, at the highest rate for my highest good. So that means you're only going to get as much medicine, or you're going to get what's meant for you and only you. That's it. That's all. And if it's not meant for you, you won't get any. So that's the safety mechanism with that, right? And so these are just cards that have been, the intention of the card is for them to be healing or activating, for you to receive a message from them. And I'm going to read what the card says, because I think that this is a very beautiful message for everyone to receive today. Okay? Number 19. 19 becomes 10. 10 becomes 1. So oftentimes that can represent endings and beginnings, or new beginnings. So this is your message. Creativity exists in the realm of the unknown, and the unknown is a realm of darkness as well as of great mystery. Do not be afraid of the dark, my child. The darkness has secrets to share and paths to illuminate and treasures to gift you. When night falls and the world stills and your mind quiets, it's time for you to awaken and to embark upon a journey of discovery. The darkness is beckoning you. There you will tap into new knowledge and undiscovered creativity. There, in the still of the night, you will find magic waiting for you. Be brave, love. Be bold. Trust that the spirits are holding you, because they are. Now, when we're looking at delving into the dark, that could be your shadow work. People often think that that is like the negative or the shunned parts. But I gotta tell you, like many of the aspects that we push away because we think that we should shun them, are typically misunderstandings because of a vulnerable or a child capacity to understand what's going on. So it gets misinterpreted and we store it incorrectly. Oftentimes, the parts of us that we determine our shadow aspects are actually the strongest parts of us. They're the parts of us that carried us through some really, really tough moments in our lives. That's the part of us that got us up that day, that got us moving. You know, sometimes you, in the moment of making the decisions, with your nervous system dysregulated, with, you know, that trauma being triggered, and you sitting on that space of when the initial trauma happened and your logic center is offline, and there's a whole host of things that are going on, not to mention the adrenaline, the cortisol, the dopamine, all these levels of hormones and they're just all out of whack, right? So in that moment, you made the best decision that you could. You really tried your best. I'm sure that you've always tried your best. But the other concept of this card is that many of us get woke up in the middle of the night. And when you get woke up in the middle of the night, don't always assume that the reason why you woke up is to go to the bathroom. Take an opportunity to sit with yourself in silence in the middle of the night and just see what any information comes in. Right? See what other information comes in. See what your guides are maybe saying to you. What's your higher self connecting to you? Is there a reason why you woke up? Because it's not always what you think. We're just, when we wake up, our mind immediately goes to, I must have to pee, right? Why else would I be awake, right? So just give yourself a moment to sit there and see what information comes in from sitting in that moment of darkness, not in connection with the hustle and bustle of everything that's going on around. And I'm going to pull one more card, and that is these ones here. They'll come in a pair, possibly. These are Magdalene manifestation codes. So this is just going to help you open up to receive more. And remember, we are abundant. So being that we are abundant, that means that we are already resonating in that frequency of abundance, because you are what you are, right? So we're all miracles too. So that means that you're resonating at the vibration of a miracle. So you just have to accept the fact that you are a miracle. And therefore, if all miracles are the same as a miracle is a miracle is a miracle. So it doesn't matter if it's a miracle of a new house, a new job, a healthy relationship, you know, health and well-being, or billions of dollars. It doesn't matter. That miracle is a miracle. So you're already a miracle vibrating on that frequency. Let the miracle come to you. All right. These Magdalene manifestation cards, you don't have to say anything. You just have to receive it. So, I mean, if you want to say, I claim it or I receive it, that's entirely up to you. It's all in your intention. Okay. So, resourced wealth, source union. So you're just accepting that code. Okay. And the message on the bottom is be resourced. Connect with the source of all abundance and tap into the field of infinite possibilities. You are a part of that. You know, we're all the source of all expressing itself through multiple fractals of the self. And so you are the universe expressing itself, if you want to look at it that way. Tap into that unlimited field of possibilities. So the other card that goes with it is the hologram card. So like these ones come in a pair. 333 on the timer there, like 3333, all threes. Okay, and I'll show it to you guys here a little bit closer so you can see it. And again, this is just receiving that or claiming it. You don't have to say anything, but just acknowledge or have the intention to claim it. So this is divine connection, and this is asking you to embody higher consciousness. Master applying source energy by creating your deepest desires. And when it's talking about that embodying higher consciousness, right, how do we do that? Well, we do that by awakening. We do that by raising our vibration. You could do that in the collective with us. We do that. That's a part of what we're doing every day, is raising our vibration and thereby the vibration of the collective. So you could join us in that space. But that connecting to it. So how can you connect with yourself and come from the space of what feels like a yes what feels aligned with me, or when I sit in this space and I connect to source, to that moment of inspiration that I can receive, what is coming down that I should be doing or creating. And in the absence of doing or creating anything, what can I do to embody joy and love? Or what can I do to embody my authenticity? Because that's connecting to your source, and that is going to put you in alignment with what is meant for you. So that's the message from from my guides as well. Okay, so now that we've done with the collective reading, we can open it up for everyone else for reading if you want a card. Okay. Now I did on TikTok, I put up some big gifts. So my mom and I have now bought gifts for 4 people for Christmas from the Giving Tree. We've done 2 seniors, 1 male, 1 female, and 2 teenagers, 1 male and 1 female. So if I get a lot of donations, I will add more kids. I will get more. I will donate to more from the Giving Tree. Just so you know. Okay, so that's what my mom and I have decided to do. This is something that I've wanted to do for years, and I'm so happy that we're doing it this year. And it's just beautiful. And if you don't want to, and you don't have to donate to me either, you can also do that on your own accord. Go and pick from the Giving Tree, and make sure sometimes the people that we need to pick for are like the teenagers, or especially the teenagers, because a lot of times people will go and pick for little kids, and go do that for sure. Let's get every name on the Giving Tree. There's going to be a lot more people, even though I don't even celebrate Christmas. Like I think that Christmas is a holiday that was made so that we would be very greedy and ask for more, and the companies would make more. Like, but that's my own belief, and there's a lot of other things that I feel about Christmas, but this isn't from that space. This is from the space of, if I'm a child or I'm somebody that does believe in Christmas, and I'm not in a position where I have family, or I'm not in a position where I have money, then I would love to, give them something. And if I can use Christmas as an avenue to give to them, rather than just, give middle of the year to a donation bin, which I've done as well. Recently I donated a bunch of stuff, but yeah. I usually donate dog food. I usually, when I get I used to do this all the time. I would buy Cass's dog food, and I would get a bag for the shelter, or I would get treats for the shelter. And when I would buy my own food, I would buy a little bit of food for the food bank. But even I'm not in a position to be doing that consistently right now. So, so I haven't been, but. Be the change you want to see in the world. That's beautiful, Salasia. That's beautiful. Yeah. Hi, Chad. Hi, Chad. I hope you can come back to the group today. We would love to see you again, friend. Okay, let's get the cards going. We had a couple that wanted. Yeah, just show. Yeah, exactly. Just be the example. We got. For the one girl, the one teenage girl, we got her a pair of comfy pants and 2 sweaters and a movie, and we're gonna buy some other stuff, like smaller stuff, like stocking stuffer stuffs to put in there, and a couple of gift cards. For the boy, we got a couple of t-shirts, a pair of pants, a movie, and same, we're gonna buy a bunch of other stuff for that. For the one lady, the senior lady, we got her a throw blanket. She wanted a bunch of stuff for her nails, so we got her a nail kit. And right, it just gets that way, right? And then for the elderly man, he wanted a towel, I think. So my mom did pick him up a towel, and then some clothes as well, which is really cool. Yeah. All right, I need a sip of tea, and then we're going to start the list of individual cards. I'm just going to pick whatever card resonates with me. Okay, so Bridget wants to know if she's going to get a job this winter. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think you're going to do? Why don't you know? You're the creator. The plane's telling you, just confirmation, right? You're the creator. Right? You're the only one that stands in your way. Right? And the reason why I'm, and I want you to really, really. So that's why I asked whether or not what you thought. Because if you think that you can't, or you have doubt in it, then by having that doubt, you've created a block. You've put the wall up for yourself. Right? You are the creator. So of course you can have a job. You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. Right? You just have to know that you can have it. Do you know that you can have anything that you want? Did you know that? Many of us didn't know that. We were taught so different. Right? You are capable of creating anything. You've created everything thus far. If you don't like what you've created, what can you do to create something different? Right? And until you make that shift, right, then you're going to be creating blocks again and again going forward. Let's check with the wisdom of the oracle. Let's check with the wisdom of the oracle. Right? You have to believe in you, and it's not about belief. Belief is outside of you. Belief is that something like out there will create something for you. So when you believe that you can get a job, you believe that I can apply for a job, someone's going to look over my resume, they're going to see that I have qualifications, and I'm going to get a job. Right? That's your belief is in the system outside of you. When you have faith, faith is knowing that I do it, I make it, I create it, I know it. It's not outside, it's within. It's faith in the universe, faith in God, faith in yourself, right? It's a knowing. So know that you can you're creating your life all the time, right? That's the thing that we have to be aware that we're creating. We've been unaware and creating the life that we're living, and then when we wake up, that's waking up to the awareness that we've been creating this all along through the thoughts, the feelings, the beliefs, and what we do based on those every single day. Right? Yeah, absolutely, I create happiness every day. I guarantee you create happiness, Greg. Right? What does Bridget need to hear? The deep knowing. You should have seen how fast it flew out, right? So I don't make this stuff up, right? This is just confirmation. You have to get to that deep knowing of knowing I am the one creating everything around here. I'm creating it all. So if I don't like what I see, what can I do to change what I've created, right? And it's that simple. But know that you're magical. Know that when you know it's yours, when you're resonating at the frequency of whatever it is that you desire, that it's magnetized to you. Even when you're not, it's magnetized to you. It's just unfortunately the wrong things being magnetized towards you. All right, can I get a general card for Samantha? Okay, so Samantha, the exchanging gifts card in the reverse. When we get the exchanging gift card in the reverse, it can have two different meanings. One meaning, Samantha, is that you are in a disproportionate relationship somewhere with giving and receiving, right? So sometimes you know, maybe with our partner, we give and give and give and give and give, and they just take, 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 and we need to recognize that. It can be more, you know, for many of us, we are disconnected from our feminine energy, and the feminine energy is where we need to be in order to receive. And then we'll sit within our masculine energy, which is, I'm just going to go and get it. I'm going to go and get it. I'm going to go and get it. And you can go and get things for sure. You can drive in your masculine energy and hustle and bustle and go and run and get it. But if you step into but you're still going to make it challenging for you. Is much easier if we can sit within the feminine energy, that we are able to receive it to us. And that's a knowing as well. It still goes back to that knowing. The other thing about exchanging gifts is be aware of what you want, because sometimes we think we want something, but we don't really want to pay the price tag for what that gift is going to ask us to give, right? Like, you know, I don't agree with this. I think that every human, every being, every entity is a combination of masculine and feminine energy. It just depends on what you're doing as to whether or not you're operating in one or the other. When we look at male, female, you know, bits and pieces, yes, there's a function for those for sure. So just not to go into that much depth, but every one of us has masculine and feminine energy within us. So it's a matter of stepping into that feminine energy and allowing yourself to receive. When we're looking at receiving the price tag, right? Maybe there's a part of us that the concept is, let's say you really want to, you know, have a big business, and but you don't want to do all that's required to get there, right? That's the kind of like paying the price tag, because in order to have a massive company, you have to have you know, you have to be financially responsible for a lot of money. You have to, like, there's a lot that goes into it. It's not as simple. It's like being a musician, right? If you want to be a famous musician, then you have to practice every day, right? Like, you would have to practice your craft to get to expand your craft. So what it's saying is, some people want the thing that's at the end of it, but they don't realize how much effort or how much work or how much growth is required to have and keep it. What I was talking about with women, when I went into the feminine masculine energy thing, is you'll have a lot of women nowadays that are like, I want the alpha male, you know, I want the guy that's the top 1%, because that's what 1%, there's less than 1% of the masculine population fits within the criteria of having over six figures, being over 6 feet tall, having a six pack, and I don't know what else they're asking men to have nowadays. But when we look at that grouping of men, is 1 or less than 1% of the population. Good morning, Victor. Happy sunrise. So that, how, if you're going, what do you have to be to attract that, right? And so, you know, for women that want that 1%, they have to be that 1%, right, to resonate. But they don't necessarily want to, you know, get up every day and have like a strong fitness routine and, you know, like be working hard for their goals to make money, or, you know, as a concept, right? They might not. If you want to have that, you have to be, you know, in resonance with that. They don't want to pay the price tag to be in that resonance, right? You know what that means? Yeah. Yeah. So it's just a matter, and it's okay if if it goes back and forth a little bit, right? It's okay if one day they give more and you need more, and the other day they need more and you give more. That's absolutely perfect. That's how a relationship should be. It's a combination of independence and dependence, right? If we had no dependence on our partners at all, then there might be a question as to why even have the relationship. But if you're solely independent, right? If you're just independent, your partner's not going to feel that there's even a need for them to be there. So we do have to find that balance, and that's interdependence when we combine that independence and dependence. And, you know, with that, it's just about moving back and forth. But yeah, and I'm going to say that, like, it's not, and I was using the example of a relationship as an example, and because it's a good way to show the exchange of energy. It could be for anything, right? And in that sense of sitting within the masculine energy, which we've been pushed to do for so long, to be toxic in it. Even it's not even healthy masculine energy. Masculine energy isn't about, you know, like, take it, like, it's not about control, it's not about overpowering, it's not about, you know, being in that authority position, just, you know, and all of that. So, but that's how the masculine energy has been presented. So we need to step back into that feminine energy and rest within it. So I have a whole group that's all about sacred union, and it's about the balance of divine masculine and feminine energy. So we do a lot of energetic work within that group. We do it on the new moon and the full moon. We have our sessions together, and it's about working on the energy between. Um, it's all of it. Sorry, I just had a call that's interrupting my live that bumped that thought right out of my head. But it's a beautiful space. We meet twice a month. We're restoring the sacred community because we've lost community over the years. We are reawakening the feminine energy, and we are realigning it with the masculine energy. And we're also doing a lot of healing on masculine feminine wounds, mother father wounds, and the woundings that we've received through persecution, through destruction of society and collective community. So we are working on all of that within the group, and we do 2 sessions a month. Those sessions are 2 to 3 hours, depending on how deep we get and the channeled messages that come up. So yeah, that's available on my website, which is linked in my profile. Okay, wasn't meant to be a sales thing, but but it is something that does apply to you. Okay, Trevor wanted to know what his message is for December. Breathe. It's a pretty simple message, isn't it? Right? But when do you connect to your breath? Right? And there's going to be many, many times when you are going to have to just go to your breath, right? When things start to get overwhelming, or when things, you know, and when anything's going on outside of you that is making you feel anything that you don't want to feel on the inside of you, go to your breath. Just go to your breath. Like, this is ridiculous. Go to your breath. Those people are wow. Go to your breath. Oh my God, I can't believe they're saying that. Go to your breath. Right. So breath work is going to be very, very important for you this month. And it's going to help you to find that inner balance. And I think that while you're doing the breath work, that it's also going to open you up for more messages, more connection to your higher self, more connection to your spirit guides, and more messages. Good morning, Kita. I was thinking of you yesterday, and I feel like that's why you're here. Did you hear me thinking of you? Busy packing. Where are you moving to? I think we need to catch up. Did anyone on here want a card? Out west? Out west? Out west where out west? D wanted, when I saw that, I just peeked and saw that. BC, wow. Wow, hi Spencer, how are you, love? Okay, D, what does D need to hear for some wisdom? Okay, fork in the road in the shadow, though. Okay, fork in the road in the shadow. I'm going to read this from the book, though. Definitely, Spencer. Fork in the road is number 13. So indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to me. If that choice, by not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. Definitely, Kita. Um, so I wanted to look at the message again. I will definitely get you a card. Um, yeah. Oh, wait, I gotta do my puzzle. Yeah. I think that, sometimes we maybe react or respond in a certain way, and in that reaction or response, it creates something. And rather than us connect with ourselves and determine what the right course of action going forward is, we allow the situation to just stew, and we wait for someone else to make a choice for us to determine how things are going to go moving forward. Hi, Dark Till Dawn. Hi, Jenny. Yeah, that's the energy that I'm getting from that message. Okay. Kita and Spencer. All right, Spencer. What does Spencer need? Yeah. Not in your head. Not in your head. No. We're going to talk about this in the collective. We're going to talk about this in the collective. 1111, guys. 1111. And hi, Sherry. So D, no, not D. Trevor. Not Trevor. Spencer. Oh my goodness. I was like calling everybody's names that I've already pulled. Spencer. What does Spencer need to hear, Spirit? Can I get a good message for Spencer? We're just doing little messages today. If you want to book a full reading, you can go on my website, book either half an hour or hour-long reading. Spencer, you got the chop wood card. I love this card. This can mean like nothing exciting's happening right now. There's not any like real big growth that's going on or anything like that. It may even be considered to be a bit of a lull or a bit of a boring time. But this is the time where you get to do all those tasks that maybe, you're not creating a new book, or you're not creating a new program, or, doing something like that, but you're going to tend to the tasks that need to get done, like chopping wood and carrying water. But those things can also be very meditative, and while you're doing those things, you're cleaning up, you're clearing space, and you can be doing those within a meditative space, and then you get inspiration coming in as well. Okay, so there's a little bit of, the in the mundane, we can, kind of lose our mind in the mundane, and that allows that space for inspiration to come through. Yeah, I love it. All right, Kita, what does Kita need to hear? I picked it up and fell down again. Loyal heart. Okay, this is a beautiful card, but I want to read the message to you, okay, because there's something in the I want to read your prosperity message from it, is what I meant. So your long-term loyalty to your goals is becoming evident in the world of conditions. When your aspirations for success assume form in reality, success is finally taking shape. If you are loyal to your dreams, faithful to your plans while remaining flexible and devoted to serving others, you will be shown proof of your true prosperity. This is a time for joyful celebration of spirit, your manifestation partner. So I just wanted to share the prosperity message with you. I think that you have a lot of people around you that have a very loyal heart, whether it's, you still got the mod, you still got that space as well, where you are surrounded by people that genuinely have your best interest at heart, and that want only the best for you. And then you've got your husband, your children. You are surrounded with a lot of love and a lot of loyalty through that. Okay, and then always remember source beyond that. Hi, Chexie, how are you, love? And hi, Sherry. I'm gonna have some of my tea. Hot tea. So who else would like cards? I'm just going to sit here. Good. Chexie. What does Chexie need to hear, Spirit? And I get a good message for Chexie. And I always, in my mind, I add it on the end. And Paco. Chexie. What does Chexie need to hear? Ooh, all that glitters. All that glitters isn't necessarily gold. Sometimes we want things because we think it's going to do something for us, or it's going to, you know, it's going to, but it's not. Or, you know, we think something's better than it is until we sit with it for a little bit longer, and then we're like, oh. You still have the Sacred Journey group. Remember that, right? When I did those donate what you can afford healing groups, I never closed them down. I left them completely open. So you can go back and watch the inner child, the shadow work, the quantum regression. You can do any of the sessions over again, and you still have the final session, right? You still have the final session to book. So that could be of great help to you once you get settled. Okay, remember that. If you can't put it in beforehand, then afterwards, okay, when you get all settled, then definitely connect, okay? Aw, my tee. Okay, I'm going to read you the message of this one here, of all that glitters. Give me 1 second, Chexie. It's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status, or to deny them as statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they will symbolically elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? Powerful, powerful message in that card for all of us. A powerful question to ask ourselves. If all the adornments, if all the glitter was gone. So, right, if we look at the dating realm, right, if a guy is looking at a girl fully dolled up to the T's, and to see that in complete natural, if they weren't attracted to that, then that's something that they have to go, okay, then that's just not for me, because you shouldn't be in a relationship with somebody that has to always be made up to a certain thing for you to find them attractive, right? Like that's a conditional thing. As an example, right? Sometimes you think something's really, really amazing. You can have sparkly things. There's a good thing for, definitely have sparkly things. There's nothing wrong with wanting them. As it's acknowledging, I want them. I want them sparkly things because I like them and they align with me. And then go have them. By all means, go have them. Alrighty, so Sherry and Simon are next, but we'll start with Sherry. What does Sherry need to hear, Spirit? Can I get a good message for Sherry? Sherry, there's some unfinished business, but it's in the shadow. So let's see what our shadow message is for unfinished business. Number 10. I can't remember all of the, like I could do an intuitive reading of it, but right now I just want to, I'm going to read you the message from the book. So when unfinished business casts a shadow over your life, it's a reminder that procrastination is a form of self-sabotage. It is not in your best interest to stall. Even stumbling forward is better than holding back. Don't overthink things or let yourself get distracted. Just tie up any loose ends and deliver the results. Don't quit before the finish line. Spirit wants you to win. That's a beautiful message too. Definitely, Margaret. All right, Simo. Simo. 44, the thinker. Okay. 44 is also the angel number. Love you, sweetie. Have you heard about the collective? It's like the Book of Mormon. Have you heard about the book? Have you heard about the collective? That was funny. Okay, so the ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment, there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. This can be one of those things. Where's the facts? What's the facts? Right? Yes. Definitely. And I'm going to say this too, okay? You want to get into the collective before January. All right. Like right now, I offered people an opportunity to try out this group, and this group is amazing. Amazing. Like anyone that's in the group will say that hands down. It's amazing. And they've also said, holy crap, you are giving away far too much for free. The group started out at $8.88, the same price as this subscription for TikTok. That's why I made it that price. But I was live 5 days a week for about 3 hours a day in that group, providing value. And you don't just get access to me, you get access to amazing people like Denise, who is a healer, or you get access to other channelers or other light workers or other people who have amazing abilities, and we are all helping each other raise our vibration, to pull back the veil, to, you know, guiding on the healing and awakening journey. And some people feel like, well, I don't feel like I might belong in that group. Everybody belongs in this group. Everybody's welcome. There's no division, there's no hate. And it doesn't matter what level you're at. There's other people to support the evolution. Now, the only thing that we have as a staying in the group, though, is if you say are in victim mindset and don't allow yourself the opportunity to evolve at all, at some point you have to recognize, like, you're the healer. That's one the other thing we talk about. You're the healer. So you're the one that has to do the practical portion. If your thoughts are constantly saying, woe is me, fear, 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 lack, 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 I'm bad, I'm not worthy, I'm not this, and you come into the space and we're helping you to break down those things, and we're giving you all kinds of help and healing work and stuff like that, and you don't do anything about those, that's you only get as much as you put in to your own evolution, right? Everybody around can be an inspiration, everyone around can be a guide, everyone around can give you give you tools to use or techniques to use, but you're the one that has to implement the tools and the techniques. Okay, so I'm gonna finish reading Simon's card and then we'll get some more. But it's an amazing group. This group is going to be $100 per month, because I paid over $100 just to have one therapy session. And what you get in this group day after day after day is far above and beyond what you would pay a therapist. And I think a lot of people don't join the group because they think, for $8.88, how can I get all of that for $8.88? Well, it's $13 now, just so you know. It's $13 now. It's because you can. I was somebody who thoroughly believed that healing should not be just for the classes, so the people with lots and lots of money. So I wanted to create affordable ways for people to heal. And it seems like people don't hear that message. They seem to think that you have to pay thousands of dollars, and if you're not paying a ton of money, you're not getting anything worthwhile. But that's just another blockage that we have. We think we have to pay an exorbitant amount of money in order to get anything of value, and that keeps us in the chain of this money thing. And it's not like that. So if you are looking for a supportive environment, if you are healing or awakening, if you're working through those things and you want people that can support you and help you with that, where it's in a really, really loving environment, then by all means, it is the group for you. Nobody's better. We all sit at a table, right? We all sit at the same table. I just facilitate. That's all I do. But we all sit at the same table. And it's okay. We have other class clowns in groups. And you can turn your mic off. You can turn your video off. You can chat and only chat. You choose your level of participation. That's the other thing. Their meetings are done through Zoom. And I meet 5 days a week, and we hang out for anywhere up to 3 hours in one day, depending. It just depends. It depends on the people, right? That's just the way that it is. And we will be having healing circles that we're going to be instituting, where we on Wednesdays we're going to pick, say an individual within the group who is doing their healing, and we'll collectively do a healing session on them. So we're going to work at that, because we do have, a core group of members who have done their healing, and they are channels, healers, light workers. They have specific gift set that they have. Those will be the people that create the circle, and the other ones that are on the, that aren't at that point, they get held and supported by the circle, right? I heard well said, Sherry. Now I got to read this. Hang on. Wait. They don't stay up long enough. Therapeutic art, yeah. There's lots of things that we can do together, right? And lots of great people that work together. So this is an amazing group for you. All right, Simon, your thinker, right? The facts, man. What are the facts? What is the obvious, right? That's your whole game. So keep it simple, and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. Prosperity message, calculated action is called for now. It's important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps you're going to take to claim your prosperous life. Lists are your friends now, so get out your journal. Write down what you're going to do today to signal to the universe that you're serious about attracting abundance. Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategic partner is spirit. You will win this game, and your triumph will be for the highest good of all. How beautiful is that, Simon? And you know what a great way to do that is? If you're looking at, let's say, we'll use a goal of, I want to get 10,000 fans. Say that was my goal. I had some arbitrary goal like that. Right? Well, if that's what I want to get, well, then how do I get 10,000 fans? Well, before I get 10,000, I need 5,000. Before I need 5,000, I need 1,000. Before I get 1,000, I need 100. So what am I going to do to get 100? Because getting 100 is what's going to get me to the way to that 5,000, right? So it's that kind of reverse engineering is a great way to look at how to get to your goals. Okay? All righty. Victor, what does Victor need to hear? And then Miss M, Anita. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give you two cards because they came out like this. So we're going to give you both these cards. I will read the messages from these, but the yin energy is the divine feminine principle of movement. So this is about being compassionate, being kind. This is about receiving. This isn't about go get it. This one here, no, I'm going to pull you a card as well, sweetie. I forgot I have you on the list before Anita. Hilda. So it'll go Victor, Hilda, Anita, and then, hi Dark Till Dawn, how are you, love? So yin, that's a divine feminine principle of movement. And building blocks, we know that just, ooh, Victor, when I lifted yin up, right underneath of it was yang, but also in, so are you out of harmony, out of balance between your feminine and masculine energy? I feel like there's like definitely, pulling that card up and seeing that, it's kind of, I had to put the card down so I didn't see any more. You're good, thank you. Good. I'm glad that you're doing well. All right, so building blocks. I'm going to read you it's number 28. The protection message is what it's called, Victor. So the protection message now is it's time to address the cracks in the foundation of your life. Perhaps your values have changed and it is time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision you have for your life. Or perhaps you chose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the broken pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life, far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. Like, it's such a beautiful message. And, you know, this disharmony between the masculine and feminine energy, right? And that could be disharmony between masculine and feminine energy. It could be disharmony between a male and a female, like, or in a relationship, right? In the two parts of the relationship. I'm going to read you just so that you have the protection message of both of them. Do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist on being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. Hi, Jer Bear. Okay, so that's the yin one. And the yang one, be mindful of the tendency towards impulsive action, overconfidence, and aggressive behavior. Think before you act, lest you find yourself in a situation that will lead to uncomfortable consequences. Be sure you really want what you're chasing after, because you might be sorry when you get it. The appearance of this card isn't cause for fear, for life is all about learning lessons. Practice temperaments, diplomacy, and thoughtful consideration before making a move. So the interesting way that they all come together. Hi, Joey. Yay! Oh, you're back in California. Yay! How nice. Now I get to see both you and Chexie's hummingbirds. It's beautiful. I love it. Hello, Joey. Oh, Shaleshni, love. Hey, how are you? You need to join us in the collective. You really do. Alrighty. Hilda, what does Hilda need to hear, Spirit? Co-create. So this is about reminding that your co-creative partner is spirit, right? And in spirit means when we're inspired, we are in spirit. We are connected to spirit. So I'll read what it says, because there's a really powerful message with this card. One second. Co-create. Okay, so this is for Hilda. You may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact, you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you. Mwah. Love you. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you are aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co-create it, only beauty and grace results. Be prepared to be amazed, right? So this is what I was saying earlier. This was the message that I was giving everybody. Whether you are aware of it or not, you're creating your reality. Once we become aware of the fact that we're creating our reality through our thoughts, our beliefs, all of it, then that's when you get to make the conscious choice of what are you doing and how is it contributing to your life in a positive way or not. Like, if I want to be somebody who if I want to live by the water, like if something makes me happy, like living by the water, then I'm the person who, if I was living in a very landlocked area where there's no water, I'm the one that has the power to create that for myself by moving, right? So that's something that, you know, you, once you become aware of, what are your thoughts? How are they helping you or hindering you? How are your emotions? Are your emotions allowed to freely flow, or are you holding on to them? What are the feelings that you're sitting in that you're expressing the energy of all the time? Are those in emotions or the feelings? So are the feelings that you're sitting in, are they love and joy and peace and happiness, and you know, are they in that space, or are they in fear and hate and lack and division and polarity? Is this where you're sitting in with your energy? What is your belief systems? Do you believe, like, how do you believe in yourself? Those things, and then the actions that you take based on all of those things. What are the intentions that you're setting? I intend to have a beautiful, lovely, abundant, prosperous, fulfilled life. Like I set the intention to have a reality where my cups are overflowing, right, with abundance and beauty, right? And then you go and you take actions towards that, right, by expressing yourself authentically and sitting in those, like I said, those states of joy or peace or whatever, and create from a conscious space. Alrighty, who else for a card? Oop. Just love you guys. Anitha. Yes. You're so welcome, Hilda. I love you. I appreciate you too. Thank you for being here. All right, Anitha. What does Anitha need to hear today, Spirit? Ooh. Okay, you got the happy card in the protection message. I'm going to read that for you as well. It's been a while since I've used these cards, so I can't remember all of their messages. And like I said, I could do the intuit your messages, but I'm just enjoying reading what the artist wrote. So you get the card the way the card is intended, and then I'll add to it anyway. I'll add to it anyway. Okay, Anitha, lighten up, because this is a time to be ridiculous and silly. See the world through the eyes of a clown, and don't take yourself or any situation right now too seriously. Have fun, be playful, and make laughter the order of the day. You'll be surprised by how everything just seems to fall into place when humor leads the way. Being happy and lighthearted is a wonderful icebreaker. Life is meant for play as well as work, for laughter as well as tears, for celebration as well as focus. Spirit wants to sparkle through you today. Smile and enjoy each breath and each moment. Miracles lie in the silly things today. So this is a beautiful message for every single one of us. And another thing that I wanted to add on this, the whole concept of laughter is the best medicine. The reason why is when we laugh, we vibrate, and that vibration radiates from our heart center outward. And what it does is it disrupts those lower vibrational energies that we have stored within us. So if you're sitting there in a space, and let's say you're feeling fearful, or you're dwelling on past experiences, good morning, Tally, you can allow yourself to, it's called laughing yoga, right? And all you do is you start with fake laughter, right? You just like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, and you keep doing that. You keep laughing in a fake way until you start laughing for real, because at some point your body changes. It skips over the thing, and you just start laughing. You just start laughing at yourself from like creating this fake laughter that it drops you into that, and that's going to disrupt any of those emotions that you're holding on to within your body. But we choose how we feel. We choose how we feel, right? Laughter is great. My mom, like sometimes I say go for a scroll. Go for a scroll, but scroll with the intent of laughter, right? So, find your funny cat videos. Find the silly things that make you laugh, and allow yourself to laugh. If I find one that makes me laugh really well, I'll watch it until I'm not laughing at it anymore. Right? I'll just sit there and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. And sometimes I'll even outright question I'm laughing at this. I can't believe I'm laughing at this. But I laugh at it, and I enjoy the fact that I'm laughing at it, and allow the vibration in my chest, that to disrupt the energy, to resonate outward, and to carry away that stuck, stale, stagnant energy that I held on to, those emotions that were meant to be in motion, right? So allow it to disrupt that. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. Hi, Nicole. How are you, love? All right, dark till dawn. Yes, exactly. Stretch your mouth to your ears, and you'll soon experience. You'll soon experience joy, right? You'll soon experience joy. Hi, Manuela. Alrighty, so I know, I love you. Thank you. I can't wait to have a meeting with you. I love your energy. Just like put that out there. Okay. All right. Dark till dawn. What does dark till dawn need to hear today, Spirit? Can I get a good message? Poised, but the shadow message of poised. So poised is where you're just right at the edge, but it's just not quite the time to launch. Close, but not quite. It's like, you know, just there's a couple more things that need to come together. And you want to make sure that you put that effort into just finessing it just a little bit before you release it. Because it's better to delay the release of something, like delay a move, say, so that you can have all of your dots, all your I's dotted and your T's crossed to make sure that everything goes well. When it's in the shadow, or the protection, right? The protection message, it's that, but more so. So you're not ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it will land you in some muck now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you are really ready. It's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later. So this is about just putting a little, like I said, making sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. That's the message that came up for me, to make sure that, you know, you're just finessing it, right? Just a little more finesse in it before it's ready to be released. And maybe you don't, maybe you think that you should be ready to release something or to do something, right? That there's, let's say, creating a deck of cards, right? And you're like, I'm going to create this deck of cards, and you're, you know, and it's like, okay, that's a great idea, but just sit with it for a minute and plan it out and get everything like figured out. And then that's maybe, you know, as you're doing that, it's going to trigger some more stuff that is going to expand it beyond what you thought it was going to be, even to begin with. That's the energy that I'm getting from that. Just, you know, do it, just, yeah. Hi, Healing Wave. How are you, love? So yeah. Sometimes I rush it. Sometimes I rush it. I'm like, I need to listen to this. I'm like, I need to listen to this. This time I've actually been doing that. I normally, like, I'll sit down, I'll get an idea for a book, and obviously, if you're in flow state, go with flow state and allow flow state to go and let it just flow right out of you. But once the flow happens, it doesn't need to be like published right away, right? And that's what I do. I get into flow state and I'm like, da 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 da, and I got this whole thing created, and then I'm like, okay, launch it. And it's like, wait. Maybe read it over a couple of times. Maybe send it to somebody and have an editor check it for like, maybe make sure the formatting, whatever, right? Maybe read it a few times and see how it flows, because maybe it's not flowing right. I don't know, but that's just my insight into that. My insight to share that. Who else would like a card? 808, 8808, I mean. Who else would like a card? I still have to fill out your thing, Victor, so that I can do the meditation with you. I still haven't filled it out. I'm gonna do it one of these days. You're welcome. Nicole, what does Nicole need to hear? And then Healing Wave afterwards. All right, what does Nicole? You're gonna get both. Milk and Honey and TikTok flew out together, so I'm gonna be nice and give them to you together because they were both face up. So I saw them. I have a thing. If I see it, I have to give you the message. So, milk and honey. Milk and honey is a languid period. Milk and hi, daddy's girl. Milk and that felt weird, just a little. um, uh, so the milk and honey is this languid time, right? When we think about like honey is something that we would have only had during a certain period of time, and we would have taken we would have enjoyed it, right? It would have been considered to be a very sweet time. It would have been considered to be a prosperous time, right? So that's what milk and honey and a very peaceful, languid, prosperous time is what it resonates, or the card resonates with. So when it's in a protection message, like it is now, it's talking about heartbreak. Okay. Oh wait, nope. Hang on. I realized there was one more card after this one. I was on the wrong one. So a nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape what is really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly before the feelings return and you need to re-up until you're exhausted. Feeling worse than before, you may continue to struggle, or you may see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care. If you can, do so before you engage in behaviors you'll regret later. You are so loved and cared for. Feel love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing. That's all that counts right now. So when we're looking at this card, there's a lot of times when we think that certain activities we're in a state of self-care, right? Sometimes we think that like scrolling on TikTok, we're relaxing, we're just scrolling, I'm taking a break, right? And when you're sitting there scrolling, taking the break, the problem is that depending on what you're engaging in, your body may not be in a state of rest. Right? So if you're engaging on your social media feed and something comes on and you're like, "Arr," right? Or something comes on and you're like, "Aw," or something comes on and you're like, "Wow," that's not a rested state, right? And so many things that we engage in trigger us in all these different ways. Because remember, your consciousness has no concept besides self, right? When we're aware of self, experiencing everything external to it through self. So this crazy way to look at it that way. I'm going to read the TikTok one as well, right? So we want to focus internally, right? And we want to look at what is true rest for me, right? So maybe taking 20 minutes and sitting in peace for a moment, that 20 moments of silence, 20 moments of connecting inward, 20 moments of 20 moments of breathing, or 20 minutes. We can sit there within that breath and find true rest. We can start at the top of our head and we can say, now I relax my head. Now I relax my forehead. Follow the command, right? You're telling yourself what to do. So now I relax my eyes. Now I relax my cheeks. Now I relax my jaw. Now I relax my tongue. And do that all the way through your body, everything, system to system. Now I relax my neck, my shoulders, my chest, my back, my arm, my bicep, my forearm, my hands, my fingers, down to your abdomen, your lower back, your hips, your pelvic region, your thighs, your calves, your feet, all the way through your body. And when you're done saying, now I relax each of these things, go back to your brain and go, now I relax my mind. Oh, you need to connect with me. Why are you book a call? Book a call. You don't need them. Maybe. I mean, well, we can talk and I can tell you. I'm a retired nurse of 20 years. I worked in emerge and acute care. I was a manager for most of my career, actually. Yeah, At the end of my nursing career, I retired as the director of nursing and senior manager of a hospital in long-term care. And I returned to my career briefly to do some contract nursing, but then really left it. So, you know, I can talk about the medical. I can talk about the medical as well, right? To support that. So definitely talk. I am a healer, and I work in quantum healing, so definitely talk. So I'm going to read TikTok to you, okay? TikTok's number 30, and I just want to read that protection, okay? So the protection of this. Have you been feeling as if the clock is ticking and gotten a little nervous that your dreams are taking too long to manifest? So it's like waiting for, like, it's not happening. Things aren't progressing. Change isn't happening. Why isn't it here yet, right? It's that energy of the TikTok. There is nothing to fear. You will never run out of time for the important things. The miracles that are yours and yours alone can't be missed. Isn't that amazing? You're in such capable hands with guides and angels hovering in the invisible spaces, ensuring that your journey will be filled with all sorts of goodies. Let your anxiety be gently dispelled by your faith. Spirit will never deny you your highest good. All is yours in divine appropriate timing. You can relax. Right? You can relax. How perfect is that as a message for you? Like, I have chills everywhere. Look at my hair standing up on end. Once I said your spirits and guides were there, I was like, yep. Yeah, and healing. Connect, even if it's like, honestly, connect, Nicole. Even if you can you afford 13 Canadian a month right now? Can you afford 13 Canadian a month to come and hang out with me and everyone else that's in this collective, including this amazing healer right here, Denise? She's a shaman healer. Hi, Uncle Chucky. All right, healing wave. What does healing wave need to hear today? Connect, though, in that free call. Connect in the free call, okay? Connect in the free call. Whoa. I'm going to smack the cards again before I give those three chemo. Okay, definitely. Okay, I'm going to stop talking to Nicole for a minute. My mom must be home. Give him a knock. Okay. Healing wave. A leg up. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Hi, Zandrian. Welcome back. Alrighty. So, a leg up. So this is just about, there's help that's coming. There's help that's there for you. And it might not look like the help that you are expecting it. And you also have to be open to receiving it. Okay, you have to be open to receiving the help that is being given, but there is help coming in. Oh, I love you too. I'll connect with you, Victor. I absolutely will connect with you. Or you could book a free call with me too. Someone was inviting me to co-host. I don't even know what that is. So a leg up, number 34. That's what I was going to say with 34. For healing wave. I paused. Like, my brain went. Boop. Huh. That's crazy. All right, healing wave. So, do you want relationship or do you want prosperity, healing wave? I feel like you want prosperity, but I'll give you, obviously, the choice. Now is the perfect time to seek advice from a mentor or business advisor who has been where you want to go to help you get there too. If you do, you will receive very good counsel that will aid in your prosperity. It may also be the case that in your endeavors, that your endeavors have grown and you are in a position where you can't do it by yourself all anymore. Time to bring in those who can give you a leg up. Trust that help is available and it will indeed appear. Delegate authority to others so you can take steps towards your big dream. The perfect people will arrive at the perfect time so long as you step forward with just a mustard seed of faith. I love it. I absolutely love it. Mustard seed of faith. Sherry. They fell out together, Sherry. Poised, which we read just a moment ago in the shadow position. And the funny thing is I did turn it around. When I pull the cards, I always put them back in the upright. So, or in the typically. Cute. Oh, nice. Nice. Right? They just like get out. They're like, we're here. Clean it up in the protection message is coming out for you, Cherry. Or Sherry. I'm not sure which preferred pronunciation that you have. But clean it up is number 21. So 21 in the protection message. Is it possible that you may be focusing too much on other people right now? Trying too hard to be helpful? Does taking on what belongs to others make you feel needed or desired? Perhaps you think it's your calling to relieve people of their burdens, but what is it costing you and to them? Don't clean up someone else's side of the street. You're not helping by freeing him or her of responsibility. You're also not doing yourself any favors, and you just might be adding an even greater strain. You are loved as you are. You don't need to be needed to be loved. Right? That's a powerful message for all of us to remember. Right? You don't need to be needed to be loved. Okay? Hello, guys. Alrighty. Melinda. What does Melinda need to hear today, Spirit? Can I get a good message for Melinda? Okay, you're going to get 3 cards, Melinda. Because I said so as a subscriber. You've got no place like home, breathe, and peace. Okay? So 23, 29, and 50. Okay? So 23. It doesn't get any better than a quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and the soul's satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. Breathe, number 29. And these are all in the upright, Melinda. Patience in all things is called for right now. What do you need to do when you're in a rush? Slow down, of course. Meditate and trust. Breathe and repeat. Humans cannot exist without drawing breath. Now is the time to allow the life-giving element of air to replenish your body, your being, and your very essence. Stop to smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight, and release the darkness, and miracles will appear. And no place like home. Home feels safe and secure. It's a comfortable place to rest and create, a place that is known and you can call yours. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity, aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet with neither pride nor humility. Instead, you stand as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You are safe here, in the house of your spirit and spirit. I love that. Hi, Alexa. How are you, love? I had to check on the comments. Byron can't exist without breath, right? Alrighty, how's everybody doing? I did forget to plug in my phone, and my phone is now sitting at 20% battery, so we're getting low on that. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to move to the collective. If you want to come and hang out with us in the collective, you can find all the information on my webpage. It's under plans and pricing, and it is the Mind Body Spirit Healthy Collective. So if you're interested in a supportive space to assist you on your healing and awakening journey, come and join us there. And if not, then I will see you back here on Thursday. On Thursday, we'll be doing some energy work. We'll be doing some energy work. It's our Transformation Thursday. So if you're looking for some transformation, we'll start the session with a collective reading. But after that, we're going to do some energy work. There might be some cards as well, but yeah. Okay, so I love you guys, and I will see you guys all either in the collective or back here on Thursday, and same on YouTube. So both places, the next that will be live is Thursday. Mwah! I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. You can also go to my website and support me by booking a full reading or by purchasing a product or a service. But in the meantime, I send you love and blessings and a whole bunch of peace your way. Okay, love you guys. Mwah! Bye, guys.